Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Darren and welcome to my next stitch with me. So this is my first one after my last one, obviously. Obviously I didn't get one done last week. Things were a bit hectic, but definitely got time to do one today. So today we're going to be working on one of my Heaven and Earth designs, as you can see, which is the underwater dolphin and turtle, artwork by Jan Patrick Crancy. Surprise, surprise. So I hope you're all well and keeping safe. So let's get into it. So hopefully we can make this one a decent length one. See what we can find to talk about. So let's get you zoomed in. Pew. Hopefully you can see that. Now before I start, I have a little shout out to do. So I was contacted by one of you lovely viewers. I'm assuming it's Tricia. I hope I said that right. And she messaged me saying she had to comment. She's been watching my Stitch With Me videos on the weekend. Her 7-year-old granddaughter does the cross-stitch game on the phone while she stitches on her project. Today, which was the 3rd of June, no, the 6th of March, she jumped up and said, "Pause, I need to go get a drink." She's never done that before. She said, "I like his funny stories and his voice is nice. Please, can I give her a shout out?" So, of course, I can't let her down. She's 7-year-old, likes listening to this. So, if you are listening, Serenity, or as you are called, Rennie, hello, hope you are well. I hope you like this video too. And I hope you're getting plenty of cross-stitching done on your game. So, hello Rennie. And I've actually seen a picture of her. She's a little cutie. So yeah, there we go. So I hope that was okay for you. So let's get into it, shall we? So I've got a couple of questions as well on here to answer that people have sent, which I'll get to those in a moment. So first things first, my finger is doing a lot better. I seem to have bruised, I think, this knuckle here. That's the only part now that's really hurting, and then just the tip of my finger after my swimming lesson in the river down the bottom. So yeah, so other than that, my fingers are okay again now. So we've had a lot of rain since my last video as well. We're due to get an awful lot more. We're meant to be getting equivalent of about 100 mils over the next week. So that's definitely going to be fun. Our water tank is already overflowing. Well, and the grass is getting longer and longer every day, no matter how many times you cut it. And as you're aware, my neighbour will be cutting his every other day. He likes to cut his grass. If you hear a rustling at the side of me, that will be Ginge. And he's come for a visit, so he's after something. What are you after? I think he wants to sit next to me, but I've got all my cross-stitching stuff at the side of me because I'm sorting stuff out. There. Plenty of room. Things you do for cats. Right. Where was I? There. So yeah, so we've got plenty of rain coming. So hopefully it holds off while I'm doing this, because I don't know if there's any storms in with it. I know we're getting a lot of rain, but that's all I know. Right, first of all then, let's get on to work gossip. I know how much you like work gossip. So, if you remember, I know it's been a while, Mr. Truck Driver, who was off, who we said thought was going to get another job and leave. Well, he was due back the Monday that I didn't do the Stitch With Me. He was due back then. And he had to come in and sign a form to say that he will no longer be driving the truck and that he will be working in the shed. So he came in and did that on the Monday, and then he was due to start back at work on the Thursday. Funnily enough, Thursday came, and he came in and quit because he's got a new job, and he started the night before. So I told you he wouldn't last long. I knew he'd do it. So yeah, so he is now gone. One of the other guys who'd been off, he had a hernia. He was off for 4 weeks. He's now back at work. Shane starts his truck driving lessons on Friday this week. So that should be fun. Doesn't know how long his lesson is. They just come out and said he has to be at this place on Friday at 8 o'clock for his first lesson. He has to do 12 hours of driving before he can go for his test. So we don't know how long his lessons are, whether they're just an hour long or a couple of hours. So it's going to be fun. So see how much he moans about that. Workers did pick up. We had absolutely loads and loads of orders. And then as of yesterday, when I finished work, we didn't have much wood left again. So I don't know what's going off there. So I'm assuming that, well, knowing my luck, I'll turn up to work tomorrow and there'll be absolutely loads of wood, which I don't mind, keeps me busy. I prefer to be busy than stood around doing nothing. Although I'd prefer to be at home doing cross stitching, but hey, there we go. So that's about it for work, I think. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. Yep, no, I think that's about it. So, I know I've got a couple of questions I've got to answer. I just need to now find those. So, you may have to bear with me while I just... Oh, actually, before I do those, I'll give you a quick update on my mum. So, she seems to be doing okay. Now, I don't know if you remember me telling you that it's been a while now where she fell over and broke her teeth. Well, anyway, she had a visit from the physiotherapists last week. Just out of the blue, they just turned up. Just to go through some exercises for her to try and strengthen her arm, and I don't think she'll be able to use it again, but they're seeing if they can strengthen it and whatever. Anyway, apparently, when she fell and broke her teeth, they turned around and said that she'd actually had another stroke, but nobody told her, and nobody told my family. So she was kept in hospital for a little while for observation, and she had to have some more scans and everything while I was trying to work out why she was going dizzy, apparently. But it turned out it was because she'd had another stroke. So it was only a mini one. But yeah, but nobody told my brothers, and they never even told her. They just kept sending her for scans and looking at stuff. So yeah, it wasn't until, I mean, she has the doctor come out quite often. I think she comes out once a month just to check how she's going and to check her medication and all this lot. And even the doctor hasn't said anything to her. So it wasn't until the physios came out and I looked on her notes and said that she'd had another stroke. So yeah, so I'm not happy about that at all. And then, obviously, it was Mother's Day over in the UK on Sunday. So I sent her a nice bunch of flowers, because my brother forgot to tell me it was Mother's Day. So I sent her a nice bunch of flowers. So she's got those. But then she's got a hard task. It will actually be today, which is Tuesday for me. So So it's Tuesday for my mum that she's going to be having the hard task. She's got to have one of her dogs put down, unfortunately. This dog we inherited off my mum's sister, so my auntie. She bought it, but the dog kept getting under her feet, so she asked my mum if she wanted it. And it was let me get this right, a Pouchon, I think that's what they call it, which is a Bichon Frise crossed with a poodle. Lovely dog. Pain in the butt when my mum used to go out, because she just used to cry and whinge for my mum. But other than that, she was a lovely dog, nice and soft, and she always used to get into my niece's travel cot when she was younger. She had to sleep with my niece, and every time we had my niece, she was there. So either in a travel cot, and when she got older, got her own bed, she had to be on the bed. She always looked after my niece. Anyway, a couple of days ago, she actually... Now, I can't remember if Mum said it was jumped off the bed or jumped off the sofa, and she hurt herself. So, anyway, after that, she then started coughing. So we don't know why she just started coughing all of a sudden, but she started coughing. So my brother agreed to take her to the vets to find out what was going on. Anyway, while they was waiting to go to the vets, she then started passing blood in her urine. So that's not a good sign. So it could just be a kidney infection or something like that, or water infection. So anyway, my brother took her to the vets and they did some tests on her, and it turns out she had kidney disease, and she has they thought she had heart murmur, but they did some blood tests to check everything. So yeah, it came back she got kidney disease and heart failure. So they said there was nothing they could do for her. It was just be a case of make her comfortable, and that was about it. There's nothing they could do. So my brothers had a chat and decided the best thing to do was to have her put down, but they wanted to wait till after Mother's Day. So my eldest brother was taking her today to get put to sleep. So my mum was quite upset when I thought they was going to do that, but then she forgot all about it. Since she's had the stroke, her memory's not very good, so she forgot. When I was talking to her on Saturday, she couldn't even remember. I just asked how the dog was doing. And she said, oh yeah, she's not doing too bad. Even though you could hear her coughing and whatever in the background. So yeah, we've had the dog for 13 years. And it's one of the only dogs that my twin brother has actually liked. My twin brother's an animal lover, the same as me, but some of the dogs he gets on with them, but they weren't the best dogs for him. But this one he always used to like. He used to play in the garden with her and everything. My brother never used to play with the dogs, so I think he'll probably be a bit upset as well. So yeah, it is a shame when you've got to have a pet put down. So that will leave my mum now with my 3 cats and her other dog, which is a toy poodle. So yeah, so bless her. So what my brother actually told the carers. So what they have said, excuse me, I thought somebody was here. So what they have said is that they will send out my mum's favourite carers today, just so that they know what's gone off. So, which I thought was nice of them to, they've messed her around a fair bit. So they're sending out her favourite carers, just to give her a bit of comfort, I think. So I'll find out how she gets on. I might ring her later on tonight just to see how she's getting on. Right, so that's that. Enough of the depressing stuff. I will get on with some questions. Now all I need to do now is find them. Because obviously, as you know, I updated my phone. So it's imported, I'm hoping, all of the questions from the screenshots I took. Now I've just got to find them. So, let's see, where were we? It's always the case when you want the question, you can never find them. Is that one of them? Oop. One of these days I will be prepared. But don't count on it. I've seen them when I was searching for the shout out one, so I know I've got them. It's just finding them. Come on, where are you? Aha, so the first one then is from Alexandria, who says she has a cat that always loves to sit on her lap when she's stitching. How do you deal with cat hairs in your stitching? Please advise. You just stitch them in. And to be fair, my cats are not lap cats, so they don't sit on your knee very often. Tiger will. Well, Tiger's actually started again now because it's cooling down a bit over here. But generally, I'm going to say, I just like keep brushing over my project with my hand, which gets the cat's hairs off. I think some pieces may have the odd cat hair stitched into it, which does add for authenticity. Or you can use one of those kind of lint rollers. I'm just marking my chart, sorry. One of those lint rollers, which will do it. Just obviously don't push on very hard. Just lightly put it on. And that should pull off your cat hairs as well. As long as you haven't stitched them in. Well, that's what I do anyway. Next one is for Ginger Biddle. So, do you drink flavour coffee or plain? I drink both. If I'm going to a coffee shop, I will always get flavoured coffee. 9 out of 10 it's vanilla. Every now and then maybe a caramel. But majority of the time it's vanilla, and it's not always a latte as well. And then she says, do you go to the beaches out there? So I haven't been to the beach over here since... So I got over here in November in 2018. So the last time I went to the beach was on Boxing Day 2018. And I got really, really, really sunburnt really, really fast. I burn easy anyway. But actually I left my sunscreen in the car. So I had it, I just forgot it. I left it in the car, so went down to the beach. It was me, Shane and his niece. And we was only there for half an hour. And as you do, play in the water. And like I say, got out after half an hour and I was like, I could feel myself burnt. The only reason we got out then was because Shane's niece actually got stung by a jellyfish, which was quite funny. Well, it wasn't funny for her, but it was funny for us. Because she's like, what do I do? What do I do? It's like, well, the only thing you've got to do is pee on it. Which apparently doesn't work, but some say it do, some say it don't. So yeah. So she's like, no. So anyway, we ended up leaving. And like I was saying, I was burnt to a crisp. I was redder than a lobster that's just been cooked, to put it that way. And then I had the, I think you call it like prickly heat. I think when you're just itching all the time, or sunburns itch as they call it over here. So I had that for about 5 days, and that absolutely drove me bonkers. I just could not get this itching to stop. I put aloe vera spray on me. I tried rubbing tomatoes in it, because apparently that works, but it didn't for me. I got after sun, I got ice. I tried everything. Hot showers, cold showers. It just took forever to stop. So needless to say, I didn't get much sleep for a fair few days. Eventually it stopped, and then I started peeling. And then the last part, have you ever been to any of the zoos over there? So, I don't think they really call them zoos over here. I think they're just called animal sanctuaries, or wildlife sanctuaries. So I've been to one, which was called Kurumban Wildlife Sanctuary. Now that one I went to when I came visiting, and I don't know if you remember seeing it. I showed a diamond painting of me holding a koala. That was done there. That was a fun day. I'm gonna say it's actually quite a big sanctuary. To be fair, it took us up. It was me and my friend who went, and it took majority of the day to actually get round it all. So it was a good day out. I enjoyed it. So yeah, you got to play with the kangaroos. There's an area where like the kangaroos and wallabies are, and you can go and pat them and feed them. And they have like a line, and it says that if the kangaroo or whatever is over this line, then please leave them alone, as they're having a rest. So yeah, that's fun. I'm going to play with the kangaroos and the emus, and looking out for lizards that chase you. So I think they're called blue-tongue lizards, I think. And they like to chase you and run up you. And a couple of them around there as well. So they're fun. So that's that one. Next question. This is from Redline Handcraft, who asked, is this your first time working on, now they put even weave, but they're meant to put linen. Do you like it more or less the same as Ada? So, linen, I just find it exactly the same as working on any other fabric, to be fair. You're just doing your crosses. So yeah, it works out. I find it exactly the same. The only thing with the linen, as I mentioned in one of my other ones, is like where like here you can easily see each square. Some of them you'll have great big chunks and stuff like that. But other than that, it is easy enough to work on it. So obviously I'm doing my Mirabilia on linen as well, so that one's going okay. So yeah, I seem to find all of the fabrics this easy enough to work on. So again, if you can hear rustling, it's Gingy's now moved to the other side of me. Right, this one is from Susan Merritt, who asked, how does it feel to stitch on a person and not an animal? Yes, a fair few of my projects are animals. I'll say fair few, majority of mine are animals. So yeah, stitching on a person is just the same, really. I suppose instead of looking for an eyeball or something like that to come out, you're looking for a face. But yeah, like I say, I don't mind stitching on people. Like I say, I think I prefer the animals, but I don't mind stitching on the people either. So as you know, one of my pieces, which is the Anne Stokes one, has a person in it. So I haven't got there yet to that far, but so I will have a couple of people to stitch. Some of the patterns that you see with people in them, they do look really, really good once they're stitched up. But some of them, how they do the shading on their faces and that, some of them just don't look right. They look like they've got really big pixelated blotches in the face. I know it can't be helped. It's like how the programs that they use translate them. But some of them have just got really defined. Like, I know they're meant to be shadows and stuff like that, but they they don't look right. If you know what I mean? They look too big, bulky areas. They could have been a bit more subtle. But I don't mind. Put that in the wrong spot. I don't mind stitching on people. But as I say, I do prefer the animals. Alright, what we got next? So this one is from Ellie. Thanks for the stitch along. How do you like stitching the memorabilia compared to full coverage? I'm enjoying it actually at the moment. It's different because obviously on that one you've got to do it's 2/2 rather than 1/1. So the counting part's the one that slows me down on that one because I need to make sure I do it right. And obviously normally I like to start from the top down, but there I wanted to make sure I got it in the correct position on my fabric, so I started in the middle. But I was going to attempt to count up to the top, but I've given that idea up. It's bad enough just don't say like moving from here to here, and then having to count like 2 and then your 2s again. So now I'll just stitch it as I go along. So, but it is different, yeah. So, look forward to. Well, I say look forward to. I'm not looking forward to either. All the beads that are on there. There is a fair few. But I know the look of it will look good. The ones I've seen where people have finished them, they do look really, really good. And as I said before, I'm enjoying stitching on it, so who knows? Maybe afterwards I may do another one. I do like the look of I don't know if it's a Mirabilia or an Oral Corbett or whatever. I know they're the same. It's like family. Yeah, I think it's mother and daughter, I think. There is one which is the Santa Claus. You know, the blues and whites and stuff like that, I think it is. That one looks really, really nice. So I might maybe doing that one. But we will see. We'll see how we get on with this Mirabilia. And then she also asked as well if I'm going to stitch the skin at 2/2 or 1/1. So that one I haven't decided yet, because again it's the first time stitching on 32 count as well. I know a lot of people say it looks better 1/1, but then now my look, I probably count it wrong. So I haven't decided. I may do a test patch and see how I prefer it, 1/1 or 2/2. I know some people do it as charted. Some people do change it to 1/1. So we will see. Mind you, I've got to sort the colour out for that one yet. As you know, there was a mistake on there that chose bright orange for the skin instead of pink. So we'll see when we get to the skin. So that's that one. So next one is from Lynette. I mentioned before that I love cereal. Cereal is my favourite food of all times. I will eat it for breakfast, dinner and tea. So she asked, what cereal do you like in the UK and how does it differ to your ones in Australia? So in the UK, I don't know if you have them where you are, but I like a cereal called Shreddies. Shreddies is my all-time favourite cereal. And they don't have them over here. Apparently they used to have them over here, and then they stopped selling them. Don't know why, they just did. So Shreddies is my all-time favourite. They have shredded wheat, which is not the same. But their cereals over here taste a lot different to the ones in the UK. We have a cereal in the UK called Weetabix, and they have one here called Wheat Bix. If you have them with just milk, they taste completely different. Wheat Bix over here tastes like cardboard, whereas in the UK they've actually got some flavour. But if you have them with a bit of hot water or hot milk on them, then they taste exactly the same as they do in the UK, which is really, really strange. But I'm not overly keen on them, like just with cold milk on them. They taste like cardboard. I think the ones that do taste the same is like cornflakes. But other than that, I don't think there's many more cereals over here that they have in the UK. Oh, they have. Well, over here they're called Rice Bubbles. In the UK they're called Rice Krispies, which is the Snap Crackle Pop cereal. They have those. Those taste exactly the same and look exactly the same. Oh, they have Cocoa Pops as well, but I don't mind Cocoa Pops, but I'm not the hugest fan of them. My twin brother, however, really loves Cocoa Pops. And he doesn't really drink milk, but he loves Cocoa Pops with plenty of milk in them. Obviously, he's after the chocolate milk. And it's like porridges over here as well. In the UK, well, they're both the same over here. You have like your normal porridge oats, but in the UK you get like Ready Brick, which is your instant porridge. Really like that one. Over here they have Uncle Toby's instant porridge, but it's not the same. Things just taste totally different over here. I don't know if it's because everything over here is laden with that much sugar. I don't know. But some things just taste a lot different. But I found some cereals I like, which are... they have Crunchy Nut Cornflakes over here as well. They taste exactly the same. They're just expensive. That's another thing, difference as well, price of cereal. So in the UK you could probably pick up a box of cereal for, say, anything from £1 upwards. And I think the most I ever paid for a box of cereal in the UK, before I moved over here, it may have changed now, was maybe about £3. Most cereals over here are like £4 a box. So about $8, which is absolutely ridiculous. But everything over here is expensive, so... But you get used to it, so you just wait until they come on special. They're always got specials on something or other, and cereal-wise or food-wise. So you just wait till it comes on special and then just buy loads. That's what I do anyway. I've always got a cupboard full of cereal. Have I got any more questions? This one is from Carol Harding. You mentioned that it's very hot where you live. Do you have any kind of air conditioning in your home? And is it hot most of the years? How have you managed with the climate? How have you managed the climate differences from England? So, it is pretty warm over here. No, I do not have aircon, which is a killer not having aircon. I actually bought a portable aircon a while back, just because it was way too hot. Because the house I'm in isn't what we call an old Queenslander, so they have really, really high roofs. And they only have ceiling fans. So these ceiling fans don't actually do much when it gets really hot. So you can't feel any benefit from them whatsoever, so you just sit there sweating. So we bought the aircon just for a bit of relief, really, and then at night time for cooling down the bedroom. So he comes out in the lounge room during the day and get wheeled into the bedroom at night time to cool that down. I don't mind the heat as long as I've got a cool room to sleep in. That's my main thing. So over here, it's not hot all year round, but majority of the year round. Well, I think it is anyway, because obviously I'm from the UK. So like winters over here, at night time it can get pretty cool, just like in the UK, it can get down to like freezing. But then during the day it's like up into the late teens, early 20s. So which is like a UK summer for me. But yeah, you do feel the difference. So it does get. So to me, it's warm all year round. To Australians, it's not. So I'll gladly walk around in shorts and t-shirts in winter. Where there's a lot of other people walk around in jeans and jumpers. I am kind of acclimatizing to it now, though. So. So yeah, the climate over in Australia mainly is a lot more humid than anywhere else. So it's like you do your washing, it's nice and dry, you bring it in, by the end of the day, because of the humidity, it's all wet again, or it feels damp. So yeah, it is really, really humid over here. So what's the phrase? If the heat don't get you, the humidity will. And that's definitely true. So even with having all the fans on and stuff like that, the humidity is that high. You still sweat from it. So yeah, if you didn't have as much humidity, it wouldn't be too bad over here. So Bronwyn asked as well, do you find it easier on the 32 count linen compared to Ada? No. As I say, I'm still mastering the linen. Mind you, I've got that Christmas piece. That Joe Noel. So I've got that piece that I'm working on linen. That's 28 count linen though. That one's not too bad doing. But yeah, like I say, it's on the 32 count, it's the 2/2 that's I'm struggling with at the moment. Especially when I want to count to get to another part. That's the hardest bit. Any more questions? Oh, there's one from Angela, which I'm going to have to answer in the next one because I completely forgot. Actually, no, I can find it here. It says that she loves the London one. How big is a black Ada? So it is fairly big. So I've actually got it this side of me here. So let me see what it tells me. If not, I'll measure it. So here's London. Let's get the tape measure and I'll tell you exactly how big this is. I know it's huge. So it is. Now this is 18 count Ada, by the way, don't forget. So it is 39 inches wide by 30 inches high. There you go, 39 by 30. So it is a decent sized piece. Ada. Oh, and now I can't fold it back up. There we go. Right. And then I think that is Jane asked if I could do a quick video as well on how I went with Kreinik. Jane, I will do that. I was actually working on my Mirabilia yesterday, so I've actually got to a point where I need to put in some Kreinik anyway. So I will do that for you. And I might see if I can get that done and put in with my normal weekly update this weekend, if I get the time. I'll definitely get that done for you though, Jane. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So that's all the questions I've got this time. Let's get this one off. So where did that take us to? 40 minutes. That wasn't bad. Definitely didn't seem like 40 minutes. So I'll have my house inspection later on today. So see how that goes. They're meant to be here anywhere between 10:30 and 12:30. Love it when they give you an exact time. So I have ordered as well you'll probably hear this again on Saturday, but I've ordered a couple of pieces of fabric. I ordered those yesterday for my starts that I want to do. So I don't know when I'm going to get those. Depends how busy JK's is, which is where I get the fabric from. So I was messing around trying to still figure out how many pieces I can get on what and the best way to do it. And in the end I just ordered a couple of the half meters. That'll be easier. At least then I'm going to be able to start a couple of charts. And then I remembered as well, I've also got some fabric left over from what I got sent. So I think I've got some more of this one that I'm already working on. So I think I've got some more of this somewhere, so I might be able to get a piece started on that one. So if I have that one, I'll probably be one of my brother's pieces. I just need to check the measurements again, just to make sure it's going to be big enough. I've also got some of the Picture This Plus fabric. I'm going to have a look. I think that may be big enough for my pandemic, which if that's the case then I can start doing that, and that, as you're aware, I'm going to be doing it in the silk from Mrs. Saders. So again, I'm just going to check the sizes on that, see if it'll work. That is 28 count, so I don't know how it's going to go with the back stitching on that though. I am in the pandemic Facebook page group, so I might put a post on there to see what they recommend, because I don't know if silk is thicker than normal DMC or if it's the same thickness. So, but yeah, I'd eventually like to get started on the pandemic. But like I say, I was looking at the size and I think it should be big enough for it, but I'd say that's 28 count, so hopefully it'll work. Another thing, with not having this one gridded, I now have to make sure I count correctly on this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, there. we've actually got some sunshine coming out. It is. What time is it here now? It is 20 to 9 in the morning. So, even though it's my day off, because I've booked it off, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I was planning on having a lie-in. That didn't work. Shane is not the quietest person in the morning. He likes to make a lot of noise. So, he was banging around and he doesn't know how to close a cupboard door quietly. They always have to shut, bang. So, and his sister started working with us now. So she was desperate for a job. And because the truck driver had left, we asked if she could have the job. And funnily enough, the management at work were just saying they really need to think about employing some female members of staff. Because there's no female staff that actually work in the shed. So she started. So she comes over in the morning. I'm hoping that recorded then. So she comes over in the morning and we take her to work. She doesn't like driving long distances for some reason. She used to, but then all of a sudden something's gone off and she can't drive long distances now. So we take her to work. And then bring her. So she drives over to us and then we go in our car. So yeah, so she comes over to ours, we go there, so she's enjoying it so far, but she's only a small person, so it's quite funny watching her trying to do some of the tall packs that we have to do, because she can only just reach it, but you can't see her, you just see these hands sticking up from the top of the pack as she's trying to put the wood up. And then when we're strapping it up, I shout over it, asking if she's clear, and next thing you know, she stood beside it, and she's like, yeah, I'm here. She's working with me at the moment. So yeah, so she's working with me. So we're having a good laugh. She's enjoying it. So her husband's told her he gives her 12 weeks maximum, and then she'll want to quit. So we'll see. So alright, so my low battery light has just come on warning. So I'm gonna finish this last little bit and then we'll call it a day. And then when I finish this I might just look at some of my other pieces and maybe get some work done on those while I'm waiting for the house inspection to be done, and then do some afterwards, or maybe work on the supersized tiger. Since I'm now, if you see my Instagram post, you'll see I'm on the next page. I finally finished that one. My belly's grumbling, so it looks like I need to get some food as well. I'm one of these people, I can't eat breakfast first thing in the morning. My breakfast first thing in the morning consists of a cup of coffee, or two. That's my breakfast. And then, because I'm used to it for work, I get up, have a cup of coffee, and then we have breakfast at, first break is at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I have my breakfast. So from 4:30 till 9 o'clock, I'll go without. I may need to get some breakfast as well. So I was finishing after I've done this last little bit, but I'm carrying on, as you do. So let me get to a good stopping point where I know where I'm going to stop. So while I'm just stitching away, just say thanks again for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Again, if you've got any questions or any comments, please feel free to drop those down below. Or you can email me. Again, my email address is dizzystitcher@gmail.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram, message me on there. And again, on there it's Dizzy Stitcher. Again, all these details will be linked down below. just get to the end of this part here. But again, if you've got any more questions or anything like that for the Stitch With Me's, just let me know. If you've got a favourite project that you want to see me work on in one of the Stitch With Me's, again, just drop a comment and we'll work through those. Because I've noticed that it always seems to be like the same few couple of pieces I always seem to work on Stitch With Me's. Then when someone asked about doing this one, I thought that's a good idea. I've not worked on this one for a while, so it needs to come out. So yeah, so again, just let me know if there's a favourite piece that you'd like me to work on. And we'll do a Stitch With Me on that one. Right, that's a good place to stop. And that's a good place to stop for the video. So 51 minutes, so not bad for a first one back. So let's have a look, see how many stitches we got in. So we've got 160 stitches in just under an hour, so that's not too bad at all. So again, thanks very much for watching, guys. Rennie, hope you've got plenty of your egg stitch puzzle done. And I'll speak to you all in my next video, guys, which will be my update on the weekend. And then hopefully Stitch With Me should resume as normal each week from there on. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll zoom out so you can see what I've done. Not a lot. So take care, stay safe, happy stitching, and until next time, catch you later, guys.